Welcome to Keys to Health. This is Timmy Agustin, MSN, RN, educator for the Keys to Health Diabetes Prevention Program. This is session 4, which focuses on healthy eating. We will review last session's goals of measuring food and identifying fat in our diet. This session, we will review the use of MyPlate, a guide to assist with putting together a healthy meal. Here are some session reminders. Since this is being done via webinar, your session packet will be sent via email. For the weigh-in options, make sure you track your weight using your smartphone app, which is your MyFitness, and be sure to include your weight for each session on the post-webinar questionnaire. We need to have that information as part of the program. Scheduling your next session. Please let us know if you'd like to move forward by a webinar or if you would like to attend in person. The Keys to Health information, contact information is below. If you are missing a class and you are not able to attend in person, please notify us within 24 hours by calling 858-499-3511 or email us at scmg.k2h@sharp.com. Here is a slide which you will be seeing for the entire program and in the upcoming sessions. Again, let me remind you that the program is designed to help prevent or delay type 2 diabetes through lifestyle modification. Overall, there are two main program goals for each participant, is to achieve a weight loss of 7% over 6 months' time and then maintaining that weight loss. And second is to work into 150 minutes of moderate physical activity each week. Let's weigh in. Make sure you document your weight for this week's session. Let's have a review of session 3, eating less fat and fewer calories. This slide brings up questions such as, how are you doing with your plan? And what could you do differently? Remember in the previous session, the 3 techniques to eat less fat and fewer calories, which are the following. First, eat the foods high in fat less often. Second, eat in smaller amounts. And third, substitute low-fat and low-calorie foods. Are you noticing the high-fat foods in your diet? Will you be able to eat them less often or in smaller amounts or substitute another food? What is your plan? How are you feeling this week about your weight goals? What worked? What didn't? Is it getting easier to identify the fats in your food? For this week's healthy eating session, we will go over with the use of MyPlate as a healthy eating tool, especially in trying to reduce fat and calories in our diet. compare MyPlate guidelines with our own eating habits. Also, find ways to replace high-fat and high-calorie foods such as low-fat and low-calorie foods, and discuss the importance of eating a variety of whole grains, vegetables, dairy, fruit, and protein while staying within our fat gram goal. Healthy eating is determined both by what we eat and how we eat. MyPlate was developed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture as a guide to help us choose a variety of healthier foods. This is tailored to individual sex, age, and level of physical activity. For more individual information, the website is www.choosemyplate.gov. In what ways do you think healthy eating relates to how we eat? What do we mean by how or the way we eat? We'll be talking more about that. Eating healthy is not always easy, and changing habits can be challenged. Choose MyPlate is a well-developed website with a lot of information that can be tailored to you, or it can be another resource for information. Overview of the MyPlate. The plate image is used because it shows us the relative portion size of each food group recommended for our meals. It includes 5 different categories. Grains. Make sure that whole grains contain at least half of the grains that you eat. Vegetables. Make sure you choose a variety. Fruit. Focus on fruit. For dairy, make sure you get your calcium-rich foods. For protein, ensure that this is containing lean type of protein. I know this is a busy slide, but we'll just talk about the different types of food. On the page 4 of your notebook, you can see the comparisons of low and high fat food choices. Can you identify the ones you can change to? Page 5 lets you write down your ideas for low fat choices. You can rate your plate on page 5. You can compare your eating habits with recommended food groups. You can plan your meals on page 7. It recommends the number of servings per day of each food group. The number is determined by your age, sex, or activity. What low-fat foods fit into the grains group? Many people think bread and other starchy foods are high in fat and calories. Actually, fat is added to them during the cooking or at the table. For instance, bread, butter is added at the table. Pasta, cheese sauce is added just before it's served. Can you think of any high-fat or high-calorie foods in the grains group? You might be thinking of croissants, bagels, muffins, sugar-coated cereal. Why do you think that tortilla chips are high in fat? They're just corn, right? However, they are usually cooked in fat, and we need to limit all foods cooked in fat. Let's now go over about vegetables. How can you prepare and serve vegetables without adding or not much fat? What kind of vegetables should we limit? Vegetables are not high in fat or calories, but people often add fat during the cooking process or at the table. What about fruit? What are low-fat and low-calorie ways to eat fruit? What are the ones that we should try to limit? Coconuts, fruit in pastry, juices or drinks, sweetened with sugar, and canned fruit in heavy syrup. What about the dairy group? What are low-fat and low-calorie options there? Some people have trouble drinking milk because it gives them problems. Examples of low-fat dairy products are skim or 1% milk, low-fat or non-fat yogurt, low-fat or non-fat cheese. Using soy milk is another alternative. If milk is a problem for you, milk products that are lactose-free may help. Lastly, we take a look at proteins. In the U.S., we tend to eat too much meat, and many meats are high in fat. What are the foods that can be limited? You think about bacon, sausage, beans cooked in lard, high-fat lunch meats, chicken with skins, meat or fish that is deep-fried. You have to choose leaner cuts, trim all visible fat, use low-fat cooking methods. Nuts are protein, and many nuts contain healthy fat, but be careful of the serving size since they are packed with calories. Beans are protein and not high in fat unless they are cooked with added fat. Choose round steaks, roast, chuck shoulder, sirloin, fish, and eggs. The purpose of MyPlate is nothing more but to balance the calories in our meals, which intends to enjoy our food but eat less and avoid oversized portions. What are the foods to increase? Definitely, you want fruit and vegetables, and they should be most containing half of the food on your plate. Grains, make sure the grains are whole grains, and fat-free or low-fat milk are preferred instead of the regular milk. What are the foods to reduce? Foods that with a lot of salt. In session 3, we take a look at how to read food labels, and sodium is one of the things that we need to check whenever looking at the amount of salt in our food that we eat. Lastly, it is very important to drink water instead of sugary drinks. Let's rate your plate. Write in the foods you would eat in one day for each of the food groups. This is an activity that you can do at your free time. So note the following. Pick a day to track your food and start with breakfast and move through the day. Don't worry about being exact. We're just trying to get a general idea about what kind of food you are eating in a day. And then record or review what you ate for that day. Ways to eat healthy. There are some ways or tips to eat healthy. First is to set up a regular eating pattern. You have to spread your calories throughout the day. You have to eat 3 meals and 1 or 2 healthy snacks for each day. Do not skip meals. Try to eat at the same time each day. Want to make sure you eat slowly because you need to digest your food better. Be more aware of what you are eating and be more aware of when you are full. Third, don't worry about cleaning your plate. Serve yourself smaller portions to begin with. The greatest waste of food is eating more than what you want or need. Mindful eating. Be aware of what you're eating, and when you're hungry and when you are full, you need to know when to stop eating. Do you have other tips you could think of? Another one is changing your eating environment. Eat with others. Do not eat while watching television or do anything else that can take your attention away from your meal. Use the tools such as MyPlate to help you choose healthier foods in amounts that you need. On this slide, we'll go over with my food substitutions. What can I substitute to make and promote healthy eating? You have to pick low-fat foods. Use low-fat versions of foods. Use low-fat flavorings. Find ways to lower the fat in the meats you eat. And avoid frying foods. And try to make sure to cook them in other ways that are healthy. Maybe steaming, baking, roasting, or stir fry. In session 4, we reviewed some of the benefits of eating less fat and fewer calories. You were introduced to MyPlate model for healthy eating. We also compared what you are accustomed to eating with the recommendations in MyPlate. We listed ways to replace high-fat and high-calorie foods with low-fat and low-calorie foods. As you begin your 5th week, we recommend that you try the recommendations on MyPlate. You may find that by increasing the amount of vegetables you eat, you will feel more full and satisfied after meals. Next week, think about the changes you made during the week and based on what you learned about MyPlate. For the upcoming sessions, you need to continue to monitor and document what you eat, weigh regularly, work on eating a variety of foods, notice your eating pattern, compare what you eat with MyPlate recommendations, ask yourself what changes you have made, and notice any problems you had or how have you solved them. We will begin talking about physical activity goals at session 5. For the next sessions, remember that this is a total of 16 sessions and 6 post-core maintenance sessions. The sessions are available by webinar and classes on-site. If you are attending by webinar, when you complete the webinars you're sent, we will send you the next sessions, and to complete the Survey Monkey, click on the link on your email. Or let us know by making your preference by trying to contact us at 858-499-3511 or by emailing us at scmg.k2h@sharp.com. We're here to help and reach your goals. Again, this is Timmy Augustine, educator for the Keys to Health program, Diabetes Prevention Program of the Sharp Community Medical Group. Thank you and have a good day.